Hello, everyone. Hope you're all doing good. Yeah, okay. We're gonna get welcome to the stream. We're doing a stream today due to we might be showing on the NOAA weather radio on camera, getting alerts today because we have some severe weather predicted. So we're gonna look over today's severe weather episode, but also maybe looking at some radar things and all that good stuff. Well, thank you all for joining. If you're on the stream, I know I have 0 viewers right now, but I like to do it still. I hope you all enjoy this content. Oh, we got 1 viewer. Oh, welcome. I'm not that big yet, but I want to become better at this. So I hope you all bear with me. I don't have much edited content. I don't edit content right now, but it's more of a thing. But we're gonna get right into this. Hope you all enjoy this. Yeah. Open the stream. All right, get it. All right. Okay. Tell we have. So we got that right there. You should see it. Okay. This starts to be our thing for today is we got updated outlook not too long ago, actually. From what we stand today, risks entail. I got an enhanced risk over the region moving around. So this includes parts of the Southern Great Lakes, also into a little bit of Ohio, northwest Ohio, and into a bit of Pennsylvania. What the biggest cities include: Detroit, Cleveland, Toledo, Akron, and Laramie, Michigan. Pittsburgh. Oh, actually, Pittsburgh is on the slide, so that mistake myself. That's a big city. Grand Rapids, you're in there. Canton, you're in there. Ohio, not Michigan. Kalamazoo, Michigan, you're in there. If you're in the marginal, you're in Chicago. You're in Chicago. We got Columbus, Charlotte, Milwaukee, Atlanta. It moves. Yeah, it goes all the way in Atlanta. So we also have this up here, just to be aware. So if you're in this area, a little area here, it's like yesterday, I believe we have the same situation. We got a slight risk here. It's more of a confined area here than enhanced. But let's get right into the risk for today. We have a tornado risk. We're going to put the counties on to here. So we have a tornado risk today. We have a 2%, and that's slight, a little confined 2%, which is, we also have that 2% but we also have a 5%. So a little more elevated to around the Great Lakes region. As wind goes, we have a 30% hatch risk. That's something to be aware of. That is a pretty significant chance of strong storms, 74 miles or greater. So hurricane force winds, and you know what that usually means. As hail goes, we have a 15% for both areas. And we have a 5% in your marginals, and it's more of a damaging wind threat for the Great Lakes region today. So if you're in this area, I will be making sure to keep up to date with all what's going on. It's going to be an active day for severe weather. So, we're gonna. So, we're gonna go a little bit in the future. We're gonna go to tomorrow. But actually, before we do that, let's look at this is from Storm Prediction Center. This is actually their fine print here. And if you can, I hope you can see this. Okay, see that. You can see that. So this is like their chart. So if we have okay, it's not gonna make it. All right, there you go. You should see that. See that. All right. So we have all your risks here. You have that marginals. That is something like 2% that's for a tornado. 2% for a tornado is low, but it's not always it's a big thing. So okay, I'm gonna put you on my face camera because I'm not gonna. That looks kind of awkward. But a 2% tornado risk is significant because that means 25 miles of any point you could have a tornado. And that is something to always be aware of when you're in this area. They use for tornadoes, they use 5% for slights. Excuse me for a second. For wind, they use that. In hail, they use a 5% risk, which is pretty much, that's pretty much self-explanatory from what we see. If you're joining in, we're going to be live later with the NOAA Weather Radio and actually getting alerts on this, because I'm going to be live streaming that. So if you will catch me then in this stream, if you just in today's stream, well, this stream, we're going to have a couple more streams. We're going to be doing the No Water Radio broadcasts, because we're going to try to get alerts on that. So if you like EAS videos, a lot are going to be coming very soon, because we're going to get, I think, a good amount of alerts tonight. So yeah, we'll get you back on the screen in a second, but I just want to talk about this. So in a tornado risk, if it's a 5%, that is considered a slight risk. 10% enhanced, 10% with significance. That's not used in wind and hail, by the way. It is not used in wind and hail. I'm just going to tell you that. But okay. So here we go. 15% is an enhanced and a tornado risk. It is pretty significant. For wind, they use that for slights and hail for slights as well. If you're just joining in, I'm going over what they do for like percentages in severe weather. So I hope you find this useful. So a 30% for a tornado would be a moderate risk, and that means a severe water outbreak is expected. I'm just gonna say that. Let's see here. Sorry, water outbreak is expected. Okay. So severe water outbreak. Yep. So yeah, moderate risk means a severe water outbreak is expected. Sorry, I'm telling my words right now. For wind, 30% means an enhanced. Hail, 30%, that is an enhanced risk. That equals to that. So there we go. Okay. 45% is considered a tornado risk, and it is considered high. That is the highest risk of 5 out of 5. It is tornado risk there. Let's see. We're going to go back, though, because that's enough talking about that, but we'll get that back on the screen here. Okay. So we got the enhanced risk today. Oh, I was going to go to 2 days out from now. Well, this tomorrow, you can see we have that marginal risk going for the Ohio, Tennessee valleys. This is something to be aware of, because a slight risk can be issued in any of these areas when we have a risk. All right. Someone's here. All right. So, okay. The marginal risk for the big cities we're going to be talking about for tomorrow are Washington, D.C., Kansas City, Virginia Beach, and Omaha, Nebraska. These are areas that you need to be aware if you're in these. So if you live any in these areas, as tornado risk goes tomorrow, we have less than 2%, which means we're not really expecting any tornado potential tomorrow. And that is a good thing. That is a good thing, because most of the time, tornado risks are not the best. They're rare, but they're still, Okay, so we go for wind. We got 5%, which is pretty usual for a outlook for a marginal, because that's the lowest end of what is required for the marginal risk of severe weather. As hail goes, we have less than 5% all the areas, which is good news. So we're on the lower end for tomorrow. This could change. So keep up to date with Short Prediction Center. I would do that if you're in any of these areas. So yeah, severe weather can be very dangerous. So that's why we're actually going live today, because when you have this type of risk, it can be very dangerous. They have very, very strong winds. And yeah, damage a lot of stuff. Okay. So we go for 2 days. Day 3. No highlighted areas as now. So that's good news. So general thunderstorms are expected, but that's usual across the U.S. We always have those cold fronts and all those fronts moving through the area. It's really just how it is. Yeah. So that just doesn't. It's nothing to be really talking about at all. So like less the front, 5%. Okay, we gotta get moved. Let's see. If we can get this up, let's see. So this is across. So we're gonna look at this area here. We could see that. You can see it is a little hard. I don't know if it's good on anyone else's end, but yeah. Okay. Oh, so we have this excessive heat problem going on in the central U.S. You can see that very blown up. I'm going to try to get it. Oh, there we go. I finally figured it out. Okay. We got that excessive heat warnings coming all the way down. You can see from Milwaukee. I mean, even close to Minneapolis, it is a heat advisory, but that extends all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico, which is very far south. So it's a very wide area of excessive heat warnings. You got your excessive heat advisories. You got a flood watch still in effect due to excessive rainfall this area has been having around here. That's always something to be aware of. But the severe weather looks to not be here until around 5 for around these areas. So you could see you could see a little bit. Like these areas around to like northwest Ohio, the Southern Great Lakes region, and yeah, even in Pittsburgh. I mean, they're not in the highest risk, but still, if you're around this vicinity, I would be aware today. Okay. As we go on, okay, I gotta look this up real quick. Give me a second. Drop a little bit. We gotta look that up. This is if you didn't know what this website is. Oh no. Nope, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Okay, let's look it up. It should work. There we go. Okay, forecast. So this is what a lot of people use. So, I mean, I use it as well. I don't need to hear the introduction. So this is our 6-hour precipitation outlook. We have, let's see. Can I remove that? I don't think I can. It's annoying. If you could see, we're going to make it more confined. So if you can see that, hope you can. I'm sorry, I don't have a capture card, so I cannot really like put this on. I need to get that. I just don't have it right now. All right, so we see some precipitations going on around, and we have some lows and some highs producing some rain, and you see all this warm air because you see there's like barely nothing, but some unstable air is coming with that. So with the warm front and the cold front on the way. Here we go. So as we go on, we can see this rain just move across. You can see it's all over the U.S. I mean, it's per particular. We have all these lows. We gotta watch. So we're, this time of year, we're always watching for tropical development. You can see we have some active things in the Atlantic Ocean. That is something to be aware of because we did have some big tropical storm around the Southern California, which produced a lot of flooding. It's very unusual for that area actually to have that. So we're going to move on for the prediction. So you can see around 2 a.m. tomorrow, you can see those shower and thunderstorms moving west to east. And you see they do come a little bit prominent and then they move off. As we move on, I'm going to watch to see if we can get. So, okay, we got one sounding. if you could see what I'm pointing here, right here, if you can see what this I'm moving around is, that's a low. And that is a tropical storm, probably. And that's what we got to see how this moves. It looks to stay away from land, which is good news. It pushed it away. But let's see. High pressure looks to rain. And then there's a little bit of precipitation around. Okay, give me a second, guys. You should hear me now again. Sorry, I did not want to be on that for a second. Okay, so you see, for September 7th, we have above average a lot of the country, which is usual. This is for weekly, just for y'all to know. Is that really rains for a lot in the month. It's really typical for this time of year. And it goes for October 5th, a lot above average. But let's go to monthly. This is where we get this is a more long range. September looks to be a warmer average for the northern tier of the country. We could see it. Most of the country is around above average, a little bit, but the northern tier is more because El Nino is coming into the pattern as a strong one, and that is something we always look at this time of year because that's gonna tell how our winter is gonna go, and winter can be very difficult to forecast, and if we get like actual good support to it. So here we go. Oop, I picked the wrong fan. As we go into October, we see the northern tier of the country still is going above average. We could tell the western is around average. That is pretty normal. As we go later, we always have to look at that. So we see above average across a country again, and that is a signal. But as we go through, the winter, it does change with the patterns. So we could tell that really does rain for December. So really above average. Fall is looking to be ahead after a cooler August. You can see that does come around normal for a lot of the country. But then around February, we see the northern tier of the country get to be above average. That is because of the pattern that's changing. That's how winter's going to look. And we see the southeastern, like we expected, to become below average in the temperature range, and also the west, due to many lows passing through the area. Okay, let's see. All right. Okay, this is around March. So you see the northern tier of the country is still above average. And that is really what we're seeing. You see southeastern still below average. And that's normal. It's what we're seeing for El Nino. As it becomes more stronger, this is how we're going to get into this pattern. We've been in La Nina for a lot of years now, and that's usually makes it so we have a cooler and more wetter in the north, and southern gets warmer. Yep, and it's a pattern flip. So basically, when we're in an El Nino pattern, the northern tier of the country is usually always warmer. So a warmer winter means less snowfall, less precipitation is likely, and that's good. If you don't like snow, I'm gonna tell you, yeah, that's kind of me. All right, as we go for April, we see the southeastern kind of lose that and come around normal, but we still see that above average happening for the northern tier of the country. which is usual. I mean, it's really just how it is. See, the northern tier of the country is above average. Keep going on. Give me a second. Okay. Give me a minute or two. All right. We got to keep going here. Through May, this is 9 months ahead. I mean, we're going really far into the future, but above average still sticks around the northern tier of the country, which is what we're expecting. And that's pretty much it. Do we need to look at anything else today? We might have to go. I might be done here. Let's see. If we can look two temp anomalies for two temp. Can we do it through like GFS possibly? All right, we will do this real quick. We can see how warm it is across the central U.S. moving into the eastern, but it's going to lose its strength as it comes through. You'll see why. Here we go. Moving us through time today, looking really warm. We can see some triple-digit indexes across the area. So, yeah, it is going to be a very hot day ahead for a lot. But you see that cold front comes through and does help. So we see that heat bubble tries to rain through. It won't last for long, though, because as you go on through, so it stays above. You can tell the central U.S. is trying to keep that warm air in, but that high pressure spin will move out, and then we see the cold air quickly crumble that out to going around normal by the 26. You can see that. See even a cooler tries to go into some of the area with around the Great Lakes region being cooler than average by then. You can tell that really pushes it out, and the southeast gets really warm. We're talking they're going to get that heat. So you see how that moves south, and it becomes a more. We see the western U.S. We see possible. I mean, from what it's looking like, we're seeing some really warm temperatures out to the west again. We're seeing the northern tier of the country become around average to below normal. And as we go through the 29th, some very cool air is looking to come to the end of the month. So if you want some more fall-like temperatures, just wait a little bit, because August 29th, we're talking really cooler than average. Maybe even 12 to 16 degrees cooler than average. That would mean we'd be in the 60s in some areas, which is very cool. You can see that range for the northern U.S., and it really spreads as that western U.S. becomes above average, and that just prevails through the end of the month. This could start the trees become even more like fall. Fall is coming. We could tell. You see that really takes over the eastern U.S., but not long. That very warm air returns. It's looking to return by September the 1st. And that is something to be. See, look at that. That is some warm air trying to make its back way into the early part of the month. And then it does kind of dissipate again because of cold front. But that really rains again. But that warm air tries to push into eastern U.S. You can see that's a cold front right there. We're going a little bit more in the future. It's just because I like to do it sometimes. I don't really I normally make a video. I don't normally live stream this. I'm going to be live streaming later today, but I'm not going to be actually talking. It's going to be the weather, like the broadcast. And We're going to be trying to get as many alerts as we can later today because severe weather is expected around my area today. I'm not going to say where I am, but see that warm air kind of try to creep itself back in. And that is because, and you see that cold front pushes for around September 6th. It's more trying. So that means a warmer start to the month, but a cooler end of August is looking likely. But and anything significant, that warm, I could see a positive PNA coming to the west, which means a very high pressure is going to probably build over there and become very warm. It just can be very, very hot. So central U.S. and the eastern U.S., I think we're gonna get a break soon. So don't worry if you're wanting some cool down around here, like this area. We got some good news for you. So that's great. I could just do this for a little bit longer. It's around 120, isn't it? Okay, it is. Flowers. So okay, we got a lot. We have all these fins that can look at right now. For 850 MB tip anomaly. Okay, that's not what I want. Upper dynamics. Insert wind. Okay. Can we find the right fin? GFS lower. Okay, there. I think we got it. Okay, volt wind. So we got this is just how it's a little. I think we're going to a more complicated area, which I don't really want to go in because I could be a little wrong about this. But we can see around this area. We see this is the upper atmosphere. You can see we have these wind. That's a cold front. You can tell. You can really. It's really so. That's the relief. That's trying to make itself present in the northern U.S. And that comes through. Wait, isn't that? It's not moving for me. Oh, we're way away from the. Okay, we gotta move. Should be. See, these winds get a little more intense. You see some sparks of 50-mile winds around. Okay. Cough there, all right. So around 2 a.m., we could see these winds it's because that cold front trying to push through. These little lines are usually cold fronts that have those winds pushing through. We're gonna look. I think this is the big fin we're gonna look at today. We're gonna look. So we have their options here. GFS models. So we have Franklin. That is the fin we're gonna be looking at. This is our. So from as of around now, this is not having much of a problem. This does look to actually become a little bit more. See how it rebuilds is a little more stronger. You could tell it gets that little bit of it gets the eye. So we're gonna go. This is another thing we gotta be looking at. So Franklin, I think, is the storm that moved through Texas yesterday, and that produced a lot of rain. As this goes back into the sea, this looks to intensify. You can tell. So we look around. Sorry, we're going a little fast. So around, let's see, we're gonna go a little bit more. See, it becomes a little more confined. You start to see the greens come through. That is indication of it intensifying. You can see how it kind of gets a little red, and it becomes that. That becomes it, and then it kind of dissipates after that. You don't really see, but I mean, we're always seeing some little tropical fins around because that's just how it is. But I don't know if it's going to hit any land as of now. CMS. Nope, I don't have it yet. All right. Do we have No, I don't think we do. All right. Well, okay. Oh, there we go. We can look at that. So this is August. So this is this month. We could see we have around average precipitation. I mean, the Indiana, Illinois, you could see some a little bit above average. Let's see that. That does move from September. It looks to be a little above average, while the west kind of dries out, and that's pretty normal because they're always really dry after that hurricane. It was a hurricane. It was a tropical storm now. Hillary that produced a lot of rain. They're usually dry, so that's not a big concern. But then around like for October, we talk about a little bit about below average in precipitation coming back in, and it comes around average. Let's see, but you can really see. So this is what I talk about. So we're going a little bit in the future. So as we look, you see how much above average rainfall precipitation is across the southeast. That is another example of what's coming. It's the El Nino pattern. It's already set it in for the winter, and you can tell it does go above. It goes below average for the month of February in the northern tier of the country. It extends to the south, but doesn't really get to the southeast. And that does happen again. You can tell that El Nino pattern really like stick around for us for a while. Okay. I think, whoa, we're 31 minutes for this. I didn't mean, that was a little long. Anything wants to talk about yet? Anything else? Yeah, there's one thing. Let's see. Excessive rainfall. Oops. This something's weird after my Wi-Fi got resetted. I got new Wi-Fi. It's been doing this. You have to look up Google now before searching it up. It's kind of annoying. But all right. Rainfall outlook. All right. Okay. We're gonna get this. So this would show. This is, should we do the day one? Should we do like day by day? So this is from the Weather Prediction Center. We could tell. We've got. Okay, I'm gonna put this closer so you can see more. It's more confined. Can you see this well, guys? I hope you can. If you can't, put it in chat. Yep. So we got. So we have some more flooding problems today. We had some flooding concerns around the Ohio Valley and Great Lakes region, but you can see we have the slight risk, 2 slights, one centered around this area where we can see some more excessive rainfall. It does continue into like the western U.S., so we see some more monsoon energy, I think, pushing through there, creating more flooding concerns. As we go for day 2, we could see a slight risk is in play through, let's see, around the central western U.S., so it's kind of in between. I'm trying to remember what state that is. Sorry. I don't really talk about too much of that state, but those states. We got a marginal risk across the East Coast for some more flooding. Well, I thank you all for watching this today. I'll be live in a couple hours, having the NOAA broadcast on. I'm not going to be probably talking on that live stream. This is the live stream I'm talking on, but you're gonna have that like animated voice thing going on, and we'll get alerts from it as well. And I'll probably make videos out of this. So stay tuned. If you like this, make sure to consider liking and subscribing for more better content. I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye.